Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crappy Hour podcast. This is episode 2, number 2. We did it, guys, like a doo-doo. Number 2. I'm Michael. I'm joined here with Andrew and Whitney. What are you guys doing today?
What's good with it?
What up?
Beautiful Wednesday. You guys excited for episode 2?
Of course. Always.
I've never been more excited for anything in my life, Mike.
Very excited, very excited. So, we're going to change it up a little bit this week. Just a little heads up for the listeners, for the viewers. We are going to be a little less structured, and we're just going to let the shit fly, pun intended, this week, and see how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like the way that we were doing it before was just like, I don't know. It felt kind of rigid. It didn't really feel like we were, I don't know.
It wasn't crappy enough.
No, it really wasn't crappy enough.
We're going full casual. We're going casual Friday on a Wednesday today, boys.
Yeah, nope. No one's doing that.
Every day's a casual Friday if you dream hard enough.
I'm getting casually lit to some high quality H2O.
I got my comfy shorts on.
It's spiked with frozen H2O. Don't tell anybody.
Y'all already know I'm wearing flip flops, so.
Yeah, flip flop girl.
Yeah.
Who says it's too cold to wear flip flops?
Yeah.
Never.
Did I tell you guys I got some like fur lined camo Crocs, like fleece lined camo Crocs?
You did. Now you got a stun on the whole hood.
Oh, every day.
If I'm walking, this is a soundboard, so I can hit the David Carter Ruff Crocs with the fur sound clip right now. That would be fantastic.
Yeah. Shout out Circling Back podcast.
So when I was a junior in high school, our English teacher would text her friends all the time, which is fine, whatever, but she would leave her phone on loud, sweet Motorola Razr, and I think she had a little bit of a crush on my dad, so she let me kind of get away with murder. So I'd be sleeping in there, and she'd be getting texts from her homies, and her ringtone was the Boots with the Fur song, and so still to this day I have like tremors to just like flashing back to being 16 and sleeping in my second hour class, but whatever.
You started that story with when I thought that you were singing the seminal hit Welcome to the Black Parade from the album Black
No.
Parade.
And I can't do that with my arm right now. I'm gonna go ahead and say some of my crappiest moments of the week. Had another doctor tell me today that they think the rotator cuff is torn, but no one can confirm anything yet. So we're still out here living the dream, not making many arm motions.
Andrew, that's a nice hat. Did you go to the Masters?
You know what? I did not.
No.
I got this from a Instagram account called Nola Dead. Shout out Nola Dead. I'm really looking forward to the next drop of the Nike ACG with Dancing Bears logos.
Also didn't go to the Masters.
Oh, wait. That is a Masters hat. Where'd you get that from?
Oh, you silly goose. I got this from you for my birthday. Silly goose.
I knew it was you.
Silly goose.
I knew. I saw that hat and I said, "That's Mike."
You both look beautiful, so I won't call you out on the stolen valor factor there. The master stolen valor.
Oh, well, do you play for the Red Sox? Wait, what is your hat?
This is a
That's the Pocahontas.
No, this is a Pawtucket Red Sox.
Pawtucket.
And Pawtucket Red Sox, the minor league team, no longer exists, so technically no one plays for them. So I can proudly
So you're stealing
this valor
from
people. Yeah, it might as well say Prussia. Yeah, yeah,
Czechoslovakia.
yeah.
Oh, dagnabbit, I was gonna say something.
Well, was it Dagnabbit? You nailed that.
No, but dagnabbit's always fun to say.
That's really great podcasting when you have to say, "Oh, I was gonna say something awesome. You guys gotta believe me."
Yeah.
trust me on this
Yo,
one.
so I was about to podcast so freaking hard, and then I I threw y'all a curveball. Nobody's expecting that. Look at that, episode 2 already throwing curveballs.
Yeah, you're like a local like shithead who didn't go to college and is wearing or not instead of going to college they got like a screen printing business and they're always saying big things coming.
Oh, but wait, your girl screen printed for 2 years,
I
Wait.
so
promise you right now, never in my life have I ever needed to use the phrase "big things coming."
You know, but
big
you guys
things
know what I'm
coming.
talking about. They
Oh
make like
yeah.
a clothing company and they get like a cricket or something and they just like iron on and they're like these t-shirts are $50.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
here in the
it
Bible
costs you
Belt,
18
that's
cents to make.
here in the Bible Belt, they just buy Sudafed and blend it and make it that kind of career. Unlicensed pharmaceutical rep, I think, is how I've
Mm.
labeled it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the
Uh-huh.
big things coming Facebook accounts that I have to deal with. So.
Yeah.
Curtin County, Oklahoma is the headquarters of like
I'll fire a shot early.
meth.
Thanks a lot, Pfizer. We've between meth and opiates, we got
Yeah,
problems down here.
yeah. People are worried about the wrong vaccine. We need to be worried about the meth and the opiate addiction. Good lord.
I know. Yeah.
How'd your guys fantasy football go this week?
I got a dub.
Derrick Henry ruined my life. I had a comfortable lead in my women's league, and Derrick Henry annihilated that comfortable lead. So I went from Sunday afternoon late, thinking I was about to go 5-1, to a solid 3-3.
I
Mm.
got absolutely pounded by Andrew Detmer
Mm.
in our league.
I'm
I've been doing
I'm
that a
sitting.
lot in our league, getting poo-pooed on. I think you poo-pooed on me.
Did I? Or
I mean, I
Whitney?
just assumed that if I'm in the league with you, that you've poo-pooed on me. For being honest.
Um.
So
Well,
if you
yeah,
do,
I'm in first place in my division. I'm 6-2.
We each lead our divisions,
I won
sir.
week
Oh
one.
Except
yeah.
Michael is leading on the lower end.
Yeah.
And losses.
If the standings were flipped upside down, Mike,
Dude,
you
you are doing the best
Oh.
at having the worst record.
Dude, so
Like,
I
you're doing
won
really
week one.
good. I'm really proud of you.
I got beat by Straven week 2. Luca's Big Booty Ballers week 3.
I know him.
Zay Horchata, Alex, Mom, by 4 in week 4. Week 5, Jake, who is 1-7,
Oh my.
ran through me 132 to 85.
Yeah, there are some people in our league that
Luke
I
pooped
mean,
on me.
I don't even
double
know
my
if they
points.
even look at their fantasy football teams at all.
No,
I
Jake
mean, they're
does. Jake does because Jake talks shit to me in the league group chat.
That does occur.
And then I was
Can't-
talking shit back, and I was like, "Damn, I probably shouldn't talk shit to Jake because I'm like 2-5." And then I look, and I'm like, "Oh, Jake's like 1-6 at this point." I'm like, what? How? No, he can't talk shit to me. Who lost to Jake? And I go look, and it's me, and I'm like, "All right."
I'm essentially the
It's my
worst
shit.
the worst trash talker of all time just because I'm so superstitious, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and probably ruin my entire life and say, I thought y'all were in some sick, twisted race to the bottom on it legitimately, and that there was some sort of side bet that I didn't understand. The amount of trash talk from the two of you at each other, that I thought I'd missed something.
It's so bad because like, oh wow, no. And then you want to know what's great? So I'm in another league. It's my 6-man work league. I've talked about this before. The shape
Six-man
of my
league,
meeting,
get
2
out.
girls, 1 cup, or 8. No.
Nice. But it's a six-man league, so does it even really count?
I don't give a 6. I'm undefeated. I
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
the dignity, and you are silent right now, Buka. I have the dignity of
I
beating
think
every single
Oh,
person.
yeah, I shut my mic off for a second, and I was trying to hide it, but I just realized it looked like I was trying to give a beater off to the side, and it's like blowing smoke out.
I thought that was occurring earlier when Mike was checking his levels. So
so now we're crappy enough.
we are.
Yeah.
I feel better about fantasy in the league we're in together since I made the profile picture change and shouted out Zach Wilson for being the absolute treasure that he is as far as the pursuit of mothers. But you know,
if you will.
he truly. Now, will he ever get a start for me again? Probably not. But that little lucky charm can just. He's a BYU Cougar through and through.
He's going to be our little Oedipus Rex Grossman.
Yes. So how are y'all's weeks trucking along?
I'm finally
trucking along.
Are the hours crappy enough so far?
You know, work itself hasn't been too bad. I've actually been feeling pretty good about work lately. Been feeling more confident, kind of like I know what I'm doing a little more. But I did have one thing yesterday that I wanted to steam about. So, as you guys know, security where I work, informational security is a pretty big deal. So I got a new laptop from work about a month ago, and I just hadn't turned in my old one. They didn't need it back or anything. So the place that I need to turn it in is at the building right next door to mine. So I left my and there's security guards at every building, and you have to check in. And if you have a piece of property like a laptop specifically, you have to have a pass for it that says you're supposed to have this.
Does it say exactly that? You're supposed to have this.
Yes.
Just in huge letters. Good.
Yeah, it has my name.
Sorry.
It has my name on it. No.
This is mine.
It's got my name on it. It says this is for you. So the pass on my old laptop had expired in like mid-October. And like I said, I never turned it in because they didn't need it back, and I just was lazy and didn't want to walk over there. So I walk out of the building with the laptop to go turn it in, and I walk into the next door, and I go upstairs to go turn it in. There's nobody there. They're out at lunch. So I was like, okay, I'll come back in 30 minutes or whatever. So I go downstairs to leave out of the building, and the security guard from like across the lobby starts yelling, "Sir, sir, sir!" It's like, me? Okay. He said, yeah. I mean, crappy hour is a sensation that's sweeping the nation, and people are already talking about it. So it wouldn't surprise me, but in this particular instance, he was just trying to get my attention and call me over. He said, "Sir, I was going to check your pass." I was like, well, I come in I didn't, obviously, my thoughts are my thoughts. I don't actually say these things because I'm,
a human being.
I'm a human being and not a crazy person.
A functional part of society.
Right. So I said, I go in and out of these buildings basically almost every day with my laptop, and nobody ever stops me and checks. So I don't know. I did not know you were going to check my pass, but okay. So I walk over to him, and he looks at it, and I said, "Sir, it says right there, this pass is expired. This is my old laptop. I have a new one. I just went upstairs to try and return it, but they are not there, and they're out at lunch." And he said, "Where are you returning it to?" And I told him exactly who I was giving it to. And he said, "Where's that?" I said, "It's on this floor." And he said, "Well, legally, you're not supposed to have this, going in and out of the building and blah, blah, blah. And I should stop you." And I was like, man, I don't even use this thing. I'm trying to return it. I'm trying to give it back to who was supposed to have it. And then, regardless, we go back and forth a little. And then I'm just trying to clarify exactly what's going on. And this man, as I'm trying to talk, every time I open my mouth, he cuts me off and says, "Get it done. Get it done. Get it done." And then I tried to talk one more time, and he said, "Thank you," and pointed at the door. And I almost just...
Was it Larry the Cable Guy?
He said, "Thank you," and pointed at the door. I was like, what kind of piece of shit are you? Like, I'm trying to tell you that I'm trying to give this back. Like, you can take it from me. I don't want it. I'm trying to give it to someone. Like, but just, I don't know. It was really fucking rude, and he really, really made me mad.
You said, I'm a famous podcaster with tens of
You're right.
listeners.
You're right.
Tens of listens. Like,
Tens of listens.
we have double.
We're making hundreds of pennies.
We're only number 78 on the improv comedy podcast rankings.
While drinking wrong broth.
If we can get the rest of our backer friends into it, we could totally manipulate the improv charts and totally, like, top 25.
Dude, how fucking sick would that be?
I don't know if improv is the chart. We need to go for something very, like, food and travel, and then it just be like me, like, I'm so sick of bone broth. This diet is a terrible choice.
What if it was actually improv and we were just doing, like, skits from through Zoom?
I mean, theoretically, everything that we're talking is off the top of our head. We are improvising.
Yeah.
My life
We
is
said we're
one
gonna give it
big,
structure, so this is just
one-
a shit show.
one big Tim Robinson level. I think you should leave skit, just one continuum of it. And honestly, the driver's ed sketch, like the glare that he does in that sketch, every day as as someone in the educational field, just like when tables happen, and I even have a few, like, I will say just like under my breath, frustrated, like, tables are my corn. And a few of my yearbook kids that have extra time in there with me and have to hear me complain a lot, they've picked up on it without really knowing a lot about it. So.
Don't ask about the tables.
Which legitimately here, like, table, if it's more like corn would be my tables, you know, because I'm surrounded by just field. It's a continuum of fields. Tables truly are my corn.
So my crappy thing that happened at work this week. So I called in Monday because everything that I was eating was either coming upwards and out or downwards and out.
So truly a crappy hour.
So you had a couple crappy hours there.
So I ended up taking the day off because I was like, probably shouldn't be at work trying to sell things to people while projectile vomiting and doo-dooing.
Yeah. Well,
I hate when I try to deal with someone in your industry of choice and then they just shart all over me while I'm trying.
If there's one thing I hate, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, what were you saying?
Oh, I was going to say, if there's one thing I hate in customer service interactions,
Yeah,
day-to-day life, it's, big old piles of mud just flinging around in my face.
none of my favorite retail experiences have ever ended in me having someone shart at or near me.
Fair enough.
Not one customer service interaction that has involved poop has been welcomed.
So
Exactly.
That's all I'll say about that.
So I took that day off Monday, and I watched it's 17 episodes of Big Bang Theory.
It makes me laugh every time I hear it out loud.
It makes me laugh at you. Not with
You're
you.
right. I'm not laughing at the show. I'm laughing at Mike loving
Big Bang
the
Theory has
show.
overtaken my life. My YouTube Prime right now, and so I have to pay for that when I get paid tomorrow. And because I hate ads, I've just been watching Big Bang Theory on HBO Max every night while I play my computer games.
So we don't have to do any form of rundown, and we can keep it informal next week because it's just going to be a Big Bang Theory intervention, and mine's going to be like, Mike, you used to make funny jokes, and now you just smile and say Jim Parsons out loud.
I
And
was just about to
smile.
say we're gonna get you a cameo from Jim Parsons of him
Yeah.
telling you to stop watching Big Bang Theory.
I would die. So I used to love the show. Okay, I grew up poor. I didn't have cable. So we just had what was on TV, and it was Big Bang Theory. I'm a nerd. And I
Hey,
love it.
I watched so much cable. Never once did I watch Big Bang Theory on cable. Okay, that's not true. I watched it when it was on TV, when it came on after something.
My issue with Big Bang Theory, I don't hate Big Bang Theory, and quite frankly, I relate to Sheldon more than I'm comfortable admitting, but it's not a binge show. It's like, oh, that's on. I'll watch it. Or,
Yeah.
oh, at grandma's house, if that's what's on, I'm not like, Grandma, turn off this peasantry.
No, I'm loving
Yeah.
it. I'm loving
Yeah,
it.
what
Yeah.
the
I'm
fuck
almost
are
on
you
season
watching,
2 already,
Grandma?
guys. I
It's
started
not like
season
it's
one.
Two and a
I'm
Half
watching season
Men. I'm not like, get that
two.
away from me.
You
My
don't like Two and a
religion.
Half Men?
2.5 Men was
Oh,
fantastic as well at the time.
that was a great show.
Um, so
I'm gonna,
so Tuesday,
I'm gonna say you're wrong
I
on that.
actually had to work. Okay,
Did you keep your sharks in your body?
I felt great Tuesday. I feel much better now. The
Yeah, he
downside,
just internalized them and fucking killed it all day.
the
He built a
downside
mega
was that
shark.
after 4 or 5 o'clock, it was only me and my store manager there. So it was really hard for us to be out back playing with our RC cars that we have at work because people were like coming into the store to buy things and shit, and our systems were down, and we were like, "Hey, our systems are down. Can you please leave now? We're trying to play."
You guys
with
want
this
to play
RC
race
car."
cars with us?
So then we were like, "All right, we'll switch it up." So we started playing Yu-Gi-Oh in the back because we have like Yu-Gi-Oh, we have Magic the Gathering, we have RC cars, we have a baseball league that we invented. We have a chess set now. We have
Do you have a real job?
I started to say everyone truly has a better job than me. Do you know how
Well,
long it's been
yeah.
since I played anything on the clock?
I
Phil smiled. No,
Yeah,
I'm
the
kidding.
crappy part was that people kept interrupting us playing RC cars and Yu-Gi-Oh.
oh well,
How dare
I do
they?
have a funny story I could tell you guys offline about when I worked at Joseph A. Bank. That was a
Oh,
pretty good one.
I have one. I think I can tell this. I worked in retail while I was in grad school, and when we were riffing back and forth a few minutes ago, I couldn't find anywhere to work it in, but someone did crap in the floor one day, and your girl,
Ooh.
the only female employee on the clock, but your girl drew the sharp straw, one might say, and I had to clean up human feces during my time serving, and this isn't stolen valor, but serving in retail.
Yeah. Well, as you guys know, my life has become overtaken with cleaning up cat piss, so I certainly feel your pain.
That's the price you
I'm
pay
looking
for such
something
a
very
beautiful,
important to show you guys.
for
I want
such
your
a
live reaction in
beautiful,
group chat to this video.
beautiful creature living in your home. He might piss on things a little. That absolute majestic chonk.
Okay,
He
guys,
pisses sometimes.
I need your reaction to this. This happened to me while I was at work
Oh,
at my old job.
oh, this wasn't the thing you were gonna send us the other
Nope.
day, was it?
Nope, we have 2 live reaction videos on today's episode. This is the first one. That happened to me
Okay.
at work.
Okay. Let's see. Ah! Ah! Eek!
Dude, it's opening it in HTML. I don't think I'm gonna give you the reaction you want.
How are you? What is your problem?
Okay, okay. This was just through text. This was
Yeah.
just
What?
like a video.
Oh.
Yeah. Text, homie.
It's just Arkansas's terrible service.
Oh.
Oh, oh, oh. Oh,
For those of you listening at home, Mike, would you like to
insert the video?
explain?
Should we insert the video into the episode?
no,
Would that
no.
make it not safe for work?
I keep our stuff flagged not safe for kids, anyways.
Okay. Mike, would you like to,
Yeah,
verbally just explain what, paint the picture for us,
So this is
so to speak.
a 15-second long video. This was a regular at my old liquor store that I worked at. Our bathroom was down that day, so she walked down the wine aisle, got about 2/3 of the way down, squatted, and before she even squatted all the way, her pants were down and she was spewing explosive diarrhea out of her buttocks onto the floor of the liquor store.
Wait, so that was
Number two.
that was Die.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, at first I thought it was urine, and I
I
was
thought-
like, I have concerns about homegirl's bladder because it shouldn't be a solid.
It was poop. I discovered it. Thought it was vomit. Told my boss. We went.
Vomit on her sweater already. Mom spaghetti.
Yeah, no,
Holy
mom,
crap.
mom's spaghetti and garlic bread was last night,
We-
and she's having problems in the fucking liquor store.
So
My first-
my boss and I pulled it up on the camera to see what exactly happened, to see who threw up. To do so, I had to go turn the cameras off above the register that the customers could see while we went through the camera stuff. She was checking out at the register. But this is before I knew it was her. Checking out at the register. As I turn off the camera, the lady at the counter working, my boss's wife, asked what I'm doing. I was like, oh, I think someone threw up in the back in the wine aisle.
What
We're
did she
turning the
say?
cameras off to see who it is, to see if they're still in the store. All of this occurs with the lady standing right in front of me as I'm talking about her without realizing it's her, right? So we go in, watch the video. She's gone by this point. See what happens. I turn to my boss. I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. You don't pay me enough to clean that up. You will throw away the mop and the bucket when you're done. We'll go buy new ones.
Yeah, I was making $10.15 an hour whenever I cleaned it up, but it was a solid-ish.
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions. First and foremost, I was gonna say that she must have been so nervous she would crap her pants whenever she heard you saying that, but clearly it had already been handled.
She was empty.
On my initial watch of the video, my question was going to be, what section of the liquor store was it in? Because I think that says a lot about the person.
But that wasn't her usual. Her usual was buzz balls. It was 2 buzz balls every day.
Mm.
She worked at the university in the town that I live in. I'm not gonna say what university that is.
Wow.
Yeah. That's.
I think she should seek out medical assistance. And she didn't wipe. I just want to point out.
So then a couple months later, I'm over at my boss's cousin's store helping him put up some speakers.
Mm-hmm.
And she sees me in there. I see her. We
Did she shart at you?
eye contact.
it's just like a defense mechanism now. It's just
Like a skunk spraying. She sees mine. She's like,
yeah. Hey, sweetie, what's up? And I'm like, I can't.
You said I had to clean up your feces.
I know that she knows I know.
You said, we're not friends anymore.
Right?
If teaching high school has taught me anything, that is bullying, and you can report her for it. And you do not have to be her friend, Michael.
Everyone watch out. Here comes Skunkarella.
The shark bandit has entered the building.
Yeah.
Sharknado 2.
Let's get resharded in here.
Buka, are you about to start at the camera?
People are gonna love it.
Well, I was going to get another drink, so after that, maybe.
Hey,
Okay.
Can you grab me one in port and an orange cup, please?
How about...
Is that a Bucky? You
Boosies? I love Boosies.
Busey's? Gary Busey!
Gary Busey.
I'm a big fan. Okay, so I can't wait for the next live reaction video that I have for you guys.
If it will ever get here, thanks a lot. The fact that I live in.
It's gonna be a tweet. It's a tweet.
Um,
Are you guys ready for it? We can go ahead and send it.
So, yeah, I've got a mini fridge in my office. It's no big deal.
I want to fight you.
You want to come to my house and hang out?
Yeah. I'll be back later.
All right.
All right. Check
We
this
do
shit
have to
out
get
again,
you out of
Whitney.
there.
Whitney, I know that you live in Arkansas where technology is 10 years behind, but these are cell phones, and I have sent it to this group chat.
Whoa. For legal reasons,
We're
I'm
not
going.
we're not going to discuss what it is. We're just going to look and see. So this is post the Wisconsin women's volleyball team winning the Big Ten championship, and this was the immediate aftermath from that.
Well, I think they must have assumed that they lived in an era where social media and the internet didn't exist.
Um,
Um, and their fathers must be so proud.
How was this your first reaction to winning?
Yeah, you're right. You're
Man,
asking a more important question.
they've got to just be so H. I
I
mean, they're just they've got all that pent up just you know
I'm sorry. I
hoodly
probably
hoo,
should
and
have.
then they've got to they're like, we won, we did it, let's fucking go.
Look at my
Woo!
boobies.
So, how recent? When did this actually, like, when did they win it? Not when has it all come out?
So that was
Jamie, pull that up for us.
that was the tweet was sent to me, or the tweet that was sent to me was originally posted on the 23rd.
Okay.
And what cracks me up is the top comment on this tweet just it looks like it's a weird Photoshop of Kanye with makeup eyes or emoji eyes or something, but it just says these girls mid bro, and I don't know why, but that's just absolutely hilarious to me.
Um,
Like some of these pictures, I'm just like,
Well,
oh, okay, I get the pose that you're doing is celebratory, but at what point did you decide, hey, while I'm doing the celebratory pose, I should just do this completely naked?
my question
so,
is, were these posted publicly or were these
Leaks. It was the leaks.
stolen? And okay, so okay, that's such a fucking scumbag move.
so it said the university commented on it October 19th. My concern,
Why?
my concerns were going to be frostbite.
Well, in
Okay.
Wisconsin, in
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I won regionals for Lincoln Douglas debate 2009. Number two,
Wow.
number two.
Wow.
My first response wasn't to flop my penis out.
um,
Thank
yeah.
you
When I
for
when
that.
I when I went to the regional spelling bee in seventh grade, I also did not flop dong.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember if I've won anything.
Now,
Jeez.
when my lacrosse team went to states in high school, I don't know if I did or not. I might have. I don't know.
For legal reasons, Buka will not make any
Not
firm
okay.
statement.
Not publicly. And
I mean,
Snapchat was also not a thing yet.
so like
Thank
I
God.
played high school
Thank
football.
God.
Oh my god! If I was in high school, if Snapchat was around when I was in high school, I would not be sitting here right now.
I wouldn't either, and it
Do you
wouldn't
know how
be
many
from
dongs
legal.
we would have seen for school sports if Snapchat was a thing when we were in high school?
Do you know how many dongs I did see in high school
I mean, no,
sports?
yeah, like I'm talking apart from the ones that we saw face to face, because you already know that as you were sitting there being exposed to these 16-year-old dongs, that
For legal reasons, I'm not exposed
you were
to
also 16
16-year-old
years old.
dongs.
This
You were
um,
also
this
16
is
years old.
is this qualified under the National Geographic clause?
Yeah, hypothetical. Hypothetical.
It's historically accurate
Yes.
nudity.
Yes.
For
When your
legal
Portrayals.
reasons.
16-year-old self was in that locker room with all those other dongs out, you know if Snapchat was a
No.
thing, on a good day you would have been like, oh, hold up. I gotta fucking take this one. Because
You
you know your
know,
immature ass would have taken the picture.
you know, I say that I no fucking way would I have ever done that, but 16-year-old me in 28-year-old me are very different people.
We used to line up to go look at Big Mike Reed's poops because he would make massive shits, and we would
No.
big disease. Of course, I would be snapping dong pictures.
I would like to.
Well, I would make them more funny, like
No.
Or do
I
you
want
know-
to clarify. Snapchat, if I had Snapchat in high school, it would be a huge problem. But it would be a problem in a very different way. I would have posted so much embarrassing shit
oh yeah,
that I would look back now and I would kill myself because of the shame of just like, oh, I can't. But honestly, even Facebook during the overlap, like I'm no longer able to handle time hop, not because it's inappropriate, but because I am so ashamed of what a dork I was.
Pictures
I-
Google Photos and shit. I'm just like, dude, what were you doing 8 years ago? Why were you doing this, you fucking idiot?
I had there was an incident in high school where I had to delete my Facebook, so I made a new one like senior year, so thank God I don't have anything prior to that. But even senior year is just like 2011, like
It's funny.
who the
because
fuck
looking
did you
back-
think you were, Andrew?
Yeah.
It's
No.
funny because looking back, like when I was a senior in high school, like I remember being a freshman and thinking, "Oh, I'm in high school now. I'm awesome." And then I remember looking at seniors and being like, those guys are fucking amazing. Those guys are so cool. And then I became a senior and I felt like I was the top of the world. And like freshman, like, no, you are scum to me. Like, why are you talking to me? You're a freshman.
Yeah.
I've put my time in. I'm on year 4. And
I
now
had a-
looking back, senior me was a bitch.
Yeah, I had a slight edge in high school because my sister was a senior when I was a freshman, so I already knew a bunch of her friends or like people that knew her, so that was kind of an in, which was nice.
Mine wouldn't even be like socially. I mean, I was at a fairly small school, but like mine would be more like. I mean, I look back at posts from like 2011, and now I'm just like, girl, go to honestly, and before that too, girl, go to therapy. Like go. Like there's a diagnosis out there for you, girl. Like, and it's not an issue.
If
Like,
I had started going to therapy at like 13 or 14, I would be in a lot different place than I am right now.
13, 14 would have been primo for me, but I went ahead and hit that stall button for about 10 additional years. and the Lil Wayne sad lyrics on my Facebook show for it, so.
Yeah, I had a lot of recently because I guess I started my Facebook like in like beginning of senior year, so I've just started getting like memories from that time, and or around this time is when I've been started posting again in high school, and I've been getting memories from then, and just like all the bitchy like pop punk lyrics, like fucking. Who was it that I listened to a lot?
Where are you?
4 years strong. A lot of 4 years strong.
Oh yeah, I was a big Spill Canvas Mayday Parade. It was.
Oh yeah, I still listen. I actually.
I mean, they're great. I just don't need to tweet their lyrics.
Right before I went to high school, I went to Warped Tour 2008.
I was at 09, so.
Yeah, 2008. Oh, at 2008, I saw Katy Perry on a small side stage.
What?
Because it was like right after I Kissed a Girl came out, so she was still like had gotten popular but was not very big, so it was one of the side stages. It wasn't even the main stage.
That's how I met.
Middle of the day.
That's how I met Taylor Swift. Like it was when she was just like coming up and stuff. And what?
You met Taylor Swift while she was wedding?
Coming up.
Oh.
One might say.
Boing.
That's when she knew.
How dare you disgrace? How dare you disgrace my Lord and Savior T Swift? I'm going to try. I'm going to.
On the record player.
Absolutely, it's so good. I'm gonna try to pull up my time hop, and if I don't have to log in, I'll try to find something very embarrassing to live react or live read to you all. Because I guarantee there's something shameful from this day, however many years ago.
I feel like I'm leaning
I'd like
in now.
I'd like to make a quick programming note. Um, I've been thinking about it since I finished that story from earlier, and that was a horrible retelling of that story. So I would like to apologize to everyone. It's been bothering me.
Okay.
I'll try to make my stories better.
Every story that you tell is outstanding.
Every
Um,
moment with you is perfect, but
most of my stories like have stuff that I can't say on here. At
Every
least the
breath
good
you,
ones.
every breath you take, every move you make, I'll be watching.
Mike will shard at you.
I will not. Oh my goodness! Here's a fun one for you guys. So
Shardy McFly.
I'm getting ready to get on Valorant one day to play with my boys from work, Scott and Austin, and Scott's girlfriend Kaylee, and then their roommate Mason, right? So back off this way is my closet where I have my dab rig set up and stuff. So I go take my dab. Scott calls me, so I throw an AirPod in, and I'm still coughing my ass off taking this dab. I'm just like coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing, and my stomach was a little bit upset. So like, you know how sometimes if you cough really hard and you have an upset tummy, you're like, ooh, ooh, you stay put, buddy. Like, don't be coming out early, you know. And Scott didn't hear everything I was saying, and I tried to tell him, haha, I almost just shit myself. I was coughing so hard, and he didn't hear the almost.
Mm.
Well, everybody else in the party chat can hear me on speaker through the party, so everybody in the party heard I just shit myself. That's been like a month and a half ago, and I still can't stop getting everyone in the group to stop calling
Um,
me poopy pants.
can can I ask you something personal, Mike?
Yes.
When was the last time you actually did shit your pants? I know when mine was.
I think it was when I was at work one time, probably 4 years ago. I had an upset stomach. I have a bitch stomach. Like, my stomach is
Mm-hmm.
terrible. I had an upset stomach when I was working at the liquor store, and I went to go pick up a full keg. And as soon as I like went to squeeze, like to put pressure to pull up, I took away all the muscle control that was holding in 4 pounds of a Hershey Squirt Factory.
Yeah.
So that was unfortunate. I had to throw those
Yeah.
away, and I really liked them.
Yeah. I a couple years ago I started getting stuff from MeUndies. They're awesome, by the way. Um, and I just got I did the subscription for a while, and the just solid color, like whatever. They'd send different random colors every time. They sent me a white pair last year. I was my girlfriend and I were at my aunt and uncle's house because we were. It was right before we left to go to Chicago for Labor Day weekend, and I can't remember if it was the night of or the morning or the next morning, but we had to like wake up early for our flight, so we were just like in our guest bedroom, and I just thought I had to toot, and it was not. It was in these like the one pair of white boxers I've owned for the past like 15 years. Just absolutely torched.
Whitney.
My most recent wasn't that riveting because it was appendectomy eve. So it was a painful. It was not a moment of
Yeah.
pride or even humor.
You're such a loser.
For
Shit your
me.
pants like a real man.
I know. I know.
Yeah,
I will
I'm jealous
add,
of you. Sorry. Go ahead.
if we are counting sort of things of that are being used as weapon to circle back to the liquor store shark monster, to shark Gotzi, we'll call it. I drove myself to the ER the night where my appendix ruptured, and there's a stoplight in front of my workplace, and it is the only stoplight between my home and the closest emergency room. and it's 3 o'clock in the morning, no one's out, and the light catches me. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But I did barf at the administrative office yard at my place of work, trying to get myself to the emergency room. So I guess that kind of counts. I know it's not as fun, but using my barf as a weapon was kind of weird.
I one time was this is bodily fluid related, but not
Shout out.
not projectile bodily fluid related. I was visiting my one of my best friends lives out in California, and I was visiting him I think it was summer before my senior year of high school. So we were both in high school, and I went to visit him. And I got there one afternoon, and then the next morning, like the first day I was there for like a week, and the next morning we were riding. He was riding his bike. I was riding, I think, his brother's bike or something. We were riding around the neighborhood, and they had one of the lots in the neighborhood was just empty and it was all dirt. So I guess a lot of bike riders or like BMX bike riders and stuff around there. So they had dug it out and made like a little dirt BMX park in this empty lot. So we were like riding around the lot. I'm not very, super coordinated on bikes, so I wasn't trying to like rip a fucking backflip or something, but we were just riding around the lot, like going over some of the little like moguls and hills and stuff, just fucking around. And I came around one of the like maybe the biggest jump that they had. I came like around the backside, and I was riding like right next to it, and I didn't realize that right next to it was where they had dug dirt out, so there was like a probably 3-foot ditch. Because it was like a little like mogul hill, so I was trying to just ride over it, and so I started riding up towards it, and it was far too late when I realized there was about a 1.5 to 2-foot gap about 3 feet deep right next to it. And so I hit it, and my front tire just buckled, and I went not over the other side of the ditch. I went forward and like off to the side, so I went into where the dirt had been dug out, so further than ground level, and I flew all the way down and slammed my face on the ground and got up and was just leaking everywhere.
Wow.
Like everywhere.
That's the worst phrasing ever.
Yeah, dude, it was like my whole forehead was like a giant scab. My entire nose was scab.
So when you're on the West Coast, you're definitely a blood? Is that what you're telling me right now, Brooks?
I don't necessarily want to say that. I don't like to pigeonhole myself.
Fair enough.
But, I'm open to any and all affiliations, whoever will have me.
I thought you were going to go...
We are all free agent gang members.
That is very true.
Speak for yourself.
What I was going to say was, to tie into your story, was so my buddy, his parents were at work, they weren't home, so my buddy rode his bike back to his house, got his car, and came and picked me up. So and mind you, we had gone swimming that morning, so we were both shirtless. So he went back to his house and got a shirt. I was still shirtless, just covered in blood. And so he brought some like paper towels and a thing of ice. And so we're like driving down the street, going to the emergency room, but stoplights. Every stoplight we pulled up at, it's just like had like these paper towels and ice all up on my face, just covered in blood. And we'd pull up to the stoplight, and someone would pull up next to us, and I just look over them like, ah! And every single person was just wide-eyed, like, oh my god.
I have one that's similar. So my dad, and honestly, he has enough bad luck that this in itself could almost be like a recurring segment. But my dad has incredibly bad luck, and he extra incredibly has bad luck on holidays and always gets injured. So it was, I think, New Year's Day, like 1987 or something, definitely pre-cell phones. He was in a truck and they hit a bump and he was reloading a like 22, and he shot his heel off. But here's where
Wait,
the story.
Why was he reloading
the
a 22
kicker.
in a?
Here's the kicker, pun intended. It shot through the floorboard of the truck and it hit the tire. And of course, I live in a very, very rural area, so it was like they had to drive the truck on a rim with him bleeding out, to the emergency room like 12 miles or something.
Can, can I can I guess your dad's name?
You can.
I'm gonna take
And-
3 guesses, and they're gonna be rapid fire.
Okay, you can, and then you get 2 guesses at what my friends all call him. It's not related to the foot.
Well, I was gonna say if I could guess your dad's name in 3 guesses, rapid fire, I was gonna say Larry Moe Curly, one of the 3. Because this motherfucker, that sucks.
Billy Bob.
Boom.
Yeah. So, and it had, so because of and there was no cell phones, of course, because of the timing. And anyway, so they had to just drive in on it, but also because of the timing, like the medical stance at that point, they have to heal from the inside out. So the back of my dad's foot looks like butt cheeks because it was a gunshot wound that healed from the inside out. Anyway, the guy that was driving, that he ruined a tire of and bled in his truck, that same guy a few years later shot 3 of his own toes off, and my dad got to drive that guy to the emergency room. So, and the guy was so nervous with my dad's driving because he saw it as an excuse to speed, that he was like, "Slow down, man, I'm good," even though he just shot 3 of his toes off. So. His name is Mike, just to clarify.
Mike.
But your
Okay.
dad's name is Mike?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that too.
But all of my friends and what I also usually call him, everybody calls him King. So,
King?
I mean, his buddies don't, but my friends all do. So,
That's funny as fuck.
Oh. How's everyone?
So what else is going on, guys? Oh yeah. Hey, transitions.
How are we all feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Not super stoked about having to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, but such is life.
hard agree there. It's rivalry week here, so I'm a little nervous that like my house is gonna get burned down because
Tennessee, Georgia this week?
Yes, I was just about to say I have Tennessee, Georgia to look forward to. Shout out to Shraven. Shout out to Dr. Shelby. Shout out to
I mean
Fucking-
local trashy Arkansas high school rivalry week, not mega rivalry.
Oh no, I know.
Oh well, but
Reminds me.
I'm thrilled for the Georgia UT game. Very excited.
So tell me how Georgia opens as an 11.5 point favorite, but Georgia's ranked number 3 in the country,
Dude,
and Tennessee's ranked
this
number 1.
national sports media is fucking stupid.
I don't know,
Why did
boys.
Michigan
I
get
like
booted out of the
Kirby.
top 4? Why did Michigan get booted to number 5? Fuck college football playoff committee. Huge cakes, man. It's not fair.
So what is it? Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson.
Yep. Michigan, TCU, Bama.
Man, I hate Clemson so much. And they've never really done anything to me, but I lived in South Carolina for a year and a half and I had to live.
This year?
No, they're not. But I had to live amongst these people and they're fucking weird, man.
Are we sure
They're
about
like,
that?
they're- okay.
I think they secretly are.
Are you
Okay, I'm not even talking about the like team. I'm talking about the fans. I hate I don't like Clemson fans. I think they're, being from Virginia, they're very similar to UVA fans or,
That
UVA
makes
people in that it really feels like they want to be cool so bad, and I want them to be cool, but there's something fucking off about them. There's something weird about them. I'm just like, I don't know about you, man.
Are they
I don't know if
like
you're
A&M
cool.
weird?
A little. They're just like, have you ever met somebody that like you're like, oh, you're a cool person. You seem really cool.
No.
I like your style.
Thanks.
Well, in
Go on.
Arkansas, maybe not, but but you see, like, you're a cool person, but then you talk to them and you meet them, and there's just something, something that's just unsettling and weird about them. They're just like they want to be cool, but there's just something off, like kind of like almost like they have got like a fucking skin suit in their basement or something. Like there's something weird about them.
Kind of like how we let Whitney on the show.
True.
Well, we have to have a token Blumpkin. Bumpkin. Sorry, not Blumpkin.
Yeah, I've got some concerns there.
Bumpkins.
So it's
Okay, we're talking poop. You got me on poop, and now I'm thinking poop.
We're not talking poop. We are poop.
We
are
were
poop.
talking poop. We are poop, and
are
you got me on poop. You got me in a poo-poo mindset.
as long as I was afraid you were going to say that your issue was with the people of South Carolina in general, and then
No.
Okay.
No, there were some wonderful people in South Carolina.
Rock Hill suburb.
Although, in the interest of, parity, seeing things from both sides, the city of Columbia, South Carolina is a shithole. That if the college was not there, that place would be a fucking dump. I mean, because it is a dump, but the college at least makes it a little nice.
So I think I mentioned it last week, but I'm still a little butthurt about my boss asking about me being a Dabo Sweeney fan. I was like, I don't hate Dabo, but I don't like that that's the one connection to a coach that you're making for me. I'm a little...
That was weird.
He's very weird, man. See, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you,
I don't
in
dislike
all,
Dabo, but I don't
in
know
like,
if I like him.
in countless numbers of the multiverse, Dabo would be a really cool guy, but in this one, there's something off about him.
I just don't
You
think
see what I'm saying?
Brent
Dabo
Venables
is the
same.
perfect coach for
Lincoln Riley.
Clemson.
It's a lot of college football coaches. Brian Kelly,
Dabo,
he's fucking weird, man.
but just Dabo in particular is the perfect summarization of my issue with Clemson fans, and it's so fitting that he's their coach.
But I'm a weird person.
Is too much.
I'm a weird person, but I don't want my vibe to be Dabo Sweeney first impression weird. And I don't know what choices I've made to get there.
That's like, hey, you seem like you'd really like Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, I'm a little, yeah.
What?
We are approaching about time. We're getting close to an hour. We're going.
Yeah,
I do have one quick.
I'm
question.
feeling pretty good about this.
I do have one last quick question, though.
Yes.
This is for Whitney. Who did the Packers lose to this week?
The friggin' Bills.
Oh yeah, that one makes
The
sense.
friggin' Bills. They lost to everyone.
Hey,
That was going to be...
At least you didn't lose to the Jets. See, New England beat the Jets pretty handily. At least Green Bay didn't lose to the Jets.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot tell you in week 8, week 9, how much better I feel about losing to the Giants now than I did in week 1.
Well, that's part of why I was
Because I
asking.
was so fucking mad.
That's part of why I was asking about the dates on the Wisconsin situation that you dropped. I need an excuse of why Green Bay has just... We're talking about shard as a weapon. They sharded my heart. And I hope that those photos are what's to blame because I need answers.
I believe "Sharp My Heart" was a song by Motley Crue off of the album.
Kickshart my heart, yeah.
Yeah, big shot in my heart.
Yeah, if
off
we're
the album
naming-
Doctor-
if
off
we're
of the album
naming
Doctor
these-
Don't Feel Good.
If we're naming these episodes at any point, I think Kickshart My Heart might
I think
be...
that's a great episode name.
Yeah.
Kick My Heart.
Yeah.
Shot in my heart. All right, what
like
do you guys
it.
got planned for this evening? Anybody got anything
This
else?
evening, Zoe and I have been watching The Watcher on Netflix, so we're going to watch another episode or 2 of that.
Unfortunate recommendation. There's this nifty little show on HBO Max. It is called Big Bang Theory. You guys should check it out.
My God, I almost just threw my laptop. You gotta stop. Episode 3 is going to be. I'm titling. I guess I'm just hijacking some episode titles, but episode 3, The Intervention.
Yeah.
What do people have with Big Bang Theory?
It's so like.
It's the Dabo Sweeney of
Yes,
comedy.
yes. See,
like, it's not bad. I just am not comfortable being compared to it.
Do we want to name this one Dabo Sweeney? Please KickShart my heart.
I think it should be, or just KickShart my heart.
KickShart my heart, Dabo.
Yeah, Dabo. Yes, when Dabo KickSharts my heart. Something
Yeah.
along those lines. But no, episode 3 is simple. It's The Intervention, and it's me.
Just do KickShart my heart featuring Dabo Sweeney.
Well, I'm gonna have homework for you, Mike. I'm gonna have you write down a list of everything, the top 10 things that you're most afraid of, and I'm gonna dress up like Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory, and I'm just gonna have note cards with all of the scariest things written on it, and I'm just going to sit there and stare at you until you stop watching this show.
One of my favorite.
Why would I do that for you?
One of my favorite
Because you need help.
comedy TV show interventions was from a show called For Those Who Can't that's criminally underrated. But one of their friends gets sober and becomes really not fun, and so they have a reverse intervention. And it's like, I miss all of the times when you would get too drunk to drive home from work, and we would sit and talk for hours.
Yeah.
And one of the other ones comes up to the character and is like, I'm really proud of you for that. And he was like, thank you. It took a lot. I spoke from my heart. And he was like, no, we just didn't know you could read. Because he was just like, I had a really good time.
We should do. Have you guys seen The League?
Yes.
Yes.
We should do a rewatch of that. We should do a rewatch pod.
Yeah, you should do a rewatch of any freaking other show, but particularly The League, which is at least tenfold better. But yeah, a rewatch of The League should be something that we do.
You guys slandering Big Bang Theory, okay?
Yeah.
It was critically acclaimed in its early and late seasons.
About what?
I don't know.
Yeah. What critics?
Dabo Sweeney.
Yeah. They asked Mike and a panel of 12-year-olds,
Yeah.
what's the best show on TV?
My Nana
Big Bang Theory.
can't find her remote. Every stepmother in America. My stepmother's a huge fan.
Okay,
and again,
okay.
don't mind it. Don't actively pursue it.
You guys are just bullies. I just wanted to be nostalgic, and now I'm hooked on a TV show that I find to be quite entertaining and pleasing. So, poo on you guys.
That's
on you.
No, poo on you. And that might be where we should end. Just
I think that's a good place to cut it.
I think so too. I think we should pinch it off right there.
Ew. Can I just say one? Okay, I just need to say one more thing.
Great name for the endings.
I can't get behind that because I have to say my least favorite term for like taking a shit. It
Is it pinching a loaf?
rattles my yes, pinching a loaf rattles my bones. I hate it so much. It's so disgusting, and I would really love to not.
There's a difference in a loaf.
A loaf? Are you
I know.
excreting a loaf of poop?
I mean, sometimes I do.
Okay.
Cocoa Pebbles?
That's what I threw up Monday. All right, everybody. Have a great time. Thanks for listening.
Go pinch a loaf.
And we'll see you next time here in Crappy Hour. We love you guys.
Love you, people.
Oh, plug socials. Follow me, Adam Halligans. OHALLAGANS.
At Paging Dr. Crutch.
At Diddly Poo. That's DIDDLYPOOO.
All the proof.
Diddly Poo.